Hi my little queers and welcome back. It's me Cristiano Green. I hope you're doing well and welcome to Pride Month. So, I wanted to check in today and ask you how was your Pride? We are going to be getting into some reflection questions that are going to help us process our feelings around this past Pride, which might have been one of your first Prides, or maybe you didn't celebrate it at all, or you celebrated it big. So, no matter where you are in your journey, these prompts will help you reflect on this past Pride and also set you up for success for future Prides. I'm gonna be sharing with you 7 things to consider, things to reflect on from this past Pride. But I also want to hear from you. How was your Pride? What did you like about it? What do you wish you could have done differently? Leave a comment below. Let's have a conversation. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about today are the good things. What were some of the good things that happened during this past Pride Month or on Pride Day itself? Maybe you went to your very first Pride. Maybe you marched in a Pride parade for the first time. Maybe you felt comfortable holding your partner's hand or wearing something rainbow. What were some of those little wins that you had during this past Pride? What were some of the things that went really well? Did you feel more connected to other people? Did you feel more connected to yourself? What were some of those wins that you had during this past Pride? I would love to hear about them. The second thing we're going to talk about today are the bad things. Were there any bad things that happened during this past Pride? Were you outed or misgendered or dead named? Were there any microaggressions or any not so friendly things that happened during this past Pride? Maybe you were uncomfortable because people were looking at you, because you were holding your partner's hand, or maybe you were uncomfortable because someone called you by the wrong name or pronouns. What were some of the bad things that happened during this past Pride? And again, if you didn't celebrate Pride or you didn't go to an event or anything like that, that's totally fine. Think about like the internalized homophobia or transphobia that you might have experienced. What were some of those things that you struggled with during this past Pride? The third thing we're going to talk about today is things to reflect on. Are there any things you did during this past Pride that you're really proud of? Maybe you decided to come out to a family member or a friend, or you decided to use your pronouns for the first time in public. Maybe you made a new friend at a Pride event, or you danced at a Pride event, or you attended your first Pride ever. What are you proud of that you did during this past Pride? But also, what are you proud of about yourself during this past Pride? Did you show up for yourself? Did you advocate for yourself? Did you take care of yourself? These are just things to think about. And the fourth thing we are going to talk about today are the things that you are going to implement moving forward. After reflecting on the things that went well and the things that didn't go so well during this past Pride, what are some things that you're going to implement moving forward? So, are there any things that you could have done differently during this past Pride that would have made it better for you? Maybe you went to an event and you felt uncomfortable because you didn't know anybody. Maybe you decided not to go to an event because you didn't feel comfortable and you regret that. What are some of those things that you're going to implement moving forward? Number 5 is who you want to become. So, when you think about Pride, who do you want to become? Who is that person that you're striving to be when you go to a Pride event? What do you want your life to look like 5 years from now? Do you want to be marching in a Pride parade with your friends? Do you want to be holding your partner's hand? Do you want to be the loudest person in a Pride event screaming with joy and happiness? Who do you want to become during Pride? Who do you want to become in your life? Number 6 is what is missing. So, what is missing from your Pride? What is missing from your life? Again, this is a really open-ended question, but I think it's important to reflect on this one. Like, are there any resources that are missing? Are there any safe spaces that are missing? Are there any allies that are missing? Are there any supportive friends or family members that are missing? Or maybe you feel isolated or alone, and that's what's missing. Maybe you don't have a community, and that's what's missing. Or maybe you do have a community, but you can't afford to go to events, and that is what is missing. Like, what is missing from your Pride? What is missing from your life that you need in order for you to thrive? Number 7 is your next 12 months with QueerQuest Pro. So, it's Pride season right now. You might be feeling really excited. You might be feeling really happy, but the rest of the year we don't always feel that excitement and that happiness. We can feel really isolated or alone. If you're really struggling with any of the things that we talked about today, or you just want additional support, QueerQuest Pro is here to help you. I am a certified queer transformation coach, a queer life architect, and I have created QueerQuest Pro to help people like you live a life that you're really proud of. We offer group coaching, workshops, online quests, and more resources. If you want to learn more about how you can work with me and my team, please check out the resource section below, and if you've already worked with me and my team, let us know how your Pride was. If you went to a Pride event, leave a comment below and tell us about it. How was it? Did you enjoy it? If you didn't go to a Pride event, what did you do for Pride? What are you going to do moving forward? We would love to hear from you. And if you want to stay up to date with everything queer, make sure to subscribe to our channel. That is where we post every single week. You'll also get notified every time we post a new video. And if you want to support our channel, please become a patron. As a patron, you'll get access to our exclusive Discord server where you can chat with us and other members of the community. You'll get early access to videos and you'll get access to monthly live streams. We would love to have you over there. If you're not ready to join our community just yet, that's totally fine. You can follow us on social media. We would love to have you there. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful Pride season, and I cannot wait to see you in another episode of Check-In soon. Bye.